Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 15 of This and That Podcast. We're back. Jinx, you owe me some Matic.
yeah, right. That's the new you owe me a Coke.
That's the new owe me a Coke.
You owe me some crypto.
I will only be accepting Matic going forward. Matic, Polygon, what is our boy called?
Polygonians, yeah.
Polygonians unite!
Sorry for the absence here,
Yes,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen. Matt and I went on a little adventure here, diving into the fun world of cryptocurrency, and
We've just been pulling our hair out. No, honestly, it's been a few weeks now. 1 week he was busy with some work things that he couldn't get out of.
And then you got your second
week,
COVID shot.
I got my second COVID shot, and man, I had like a delayed. People were saying, like the next day you feel a little. I felt great the next day and the day after that. It wasn't until 2 days later that I started to get like all the real nasty. So like last Friday, I was just like, I'm just laying in bed all day.
Yeah, you were like dead. You were like low energy, man.
I'm still fighting to get some energy back, but I think that's just because typically I try to be pretty high energy level. Like
you run like how many miles a day?
Yeah, so like I think naturally I reverted back to like my old days of just like I don't want to do anything. So no, it's been the last couple days. Positive things have happened. I found out I'm going back to work at the beginning of next month at a popular comedy venue here in town.
Because nobody wants to work anymore.
No. I didn't realize how badly I was looking forward to going back to work until I got that phone call.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Because I've said a million times, COVID could not have been better for me personally. With peace and love to everyone who has had any severe hardships during this time.
Of course.
I'm looking forward to getting back to work, back into like a normal daily
routine.
It's gonna switch some things up because I've definitely developed a nice routine like around all of the free time that I've had.
Oh man, you've been super productive. You've been writing.
Extremely.
I mean, we started a podcast.
So now it's gonna be. And the good thing about my job is that it's usually just at night, and usually only like Thursday through Sunday. So
this all gives you a nice amount of free time.
I've always had
a
a nice amount of free time. Now it just gives me more reason to utilize the early part of my day better.
It makes your free time more worthwhile. Because
with all the productivity that I've gotten done and achieved over the last year and some change, I've definitely still spent a lot of downtime just vegging out.
I think we all have.
Yeah. But looking forward to getting back to work. Looking forward to getting back into the swing of this. We're over the hump, over the little wall.
We're back. We're getting back to work.
Yeah, but as our friend said, we have a little live thing going on here. And again, this is not financial advice of any kind.
We are not financial advisors.
But
we don't listen to us.
No, but as somebody who is invested in Polygon, I'm very happy by the upward trend that we've seen over the last couple weeks, basically going from like 50 cents to $1.50.
I convinced some folks that I know to get on board as well last night when it was just about at $1. It is currently resting at $1.48.
Yes, I would say I need a little live. I need the live ticker in front of me right now because this is. I didn't look at it. The market was down as a whole, like 17% yesterday.
The market was down.
I think that has something to do with like Elon tweeting something. And
what a goon.
There's probably other factors on it, but I would be. I think it's naive to say he didn't affect it in some way with his tweet about no longer
accepting Bitcoin for Tesla.
Bitcoin,
right after he bought billions.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
And then he was just like,
and then he says we're no longer accepting.
It's not good for the environment.
Yeah, we're no longer accepting Bitcoin because it's bad for the environment. We're not selling any of our Bitcoin, by the way.
Yeah, we're not selling it.
We're not selling any of it.
I plan to make massive amounts of profit off of it,
yes.
and then disrupt the market further by tweeting about Dogecoin and other crap coins. Shiba Inu.
Freaking Shiba Inu. Yeah, there's a lot of dog themes.
All these ridiculous.
Well, I had a friend reach out to me. I had a friend reach out to me this past week and asked me where I bought my crypto from, and he mentioned that he wanted to get into the Safe Moon.
This guy behind the safe lot.
He right. He was like he mentioned Safe Moon, and I was just like, okay, look, if you're gonna ask me for crypto advice, you're gonna have to listen to me about Safe Moon. Don't buy it. Like that's just there's a rug pull coming with that if it hasn't already happened. Safe Moon, yeah.
But it's not the opposite of safe.
It's just one of those things where everyone sees that it's like, fractions of a penny, and they're dumping thousands in, and I'm sure that some people are going to make a little off of it, but I think that ship has already sailed.
You have to be, and that's if I've learned anything about this, which I'm still learning everything every day.
I'm still learning myself.
But if I've learned anything, it's that if you hear about one that's hot and is blown up, you already missed the boat.
Yeah,
we're talking about like when if there's a currency that's like a penny, and then all of a sudden it goes up to 50 cents overnight, that's 50 times the original amount of money you put in. Yeah. So if you put in $5, I mean, that's cool. If you put in 5,000, holy crap.
That's why Polygon is tickling my toes right now. Tickling my toes, adding a little pep to my step, a little hitch to my giddy up.
Like little baby trout in a stream.
Yes, man. Have you ever sat in upstream towards the motherland?
Have you ever sat in a stream and you in a swimming hole and if there's small fish, they'll nibble on your toes?
No, that would be something that would freak me out. I don't think I would like that. I've seen videos of like cosmetic places in I want to say maybe like Japan or something where they use live fish to like pick at your feet. Like,
and they like clean your feet.
Like the pedicure place, and that the idea of that kind of freaks me out. So I don't know.
Think about hundreds of years ago. They would just put leeches. They still do that somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think leeches are still used as therapy and different things.
I have seen people on YouTube that have pet leeches, and they put them on themselves to feed the leeches.
I mean, but I hear that I think there might be. Correct me. There, Google
medicinal leeches.
Yeah, I think the leeches also release something that is said to be like good for your blood or something. I don't know. I could be making that up.
It does something it stops your blood from coagulating, I believe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, so that it flows out of you, and people with trouble with blood clots.
Yeah, I know that there's people that use them for medicinal therapy reasons and stuff like that.
Let's see what good old Wikipedia has to say. Wikipedia never lets me down.
Leeches just freak me out, man.
Hirudo medicinalis. Oh, the European medicinal leech.
Oh, so there's a specific kind of leech.
Asian medicinal leech is Hirudinaria manalensis.
What is it? What is it there, buddy?
Hirudinaria manalensis. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not good with binomial nomenclature. I'm happy I just got to drop that word in conversation.
Yeah, man. Big brain over here. Look at the big brain on Matt.
So humble. All right, let me see. So, is that in the animal kingdom?
In the animal kingdom.
This is like the kid who wasn't prepared for his book report.
Yeah, let me. So we can have something to put up on screen here.
Thank you. We have the technology.
Yeah, let me.
We do.
Let me look it up here so we can put this up on screen.
All right, thank you. All right, simplifying our lives here.
So just off the bat, here's some photos that come up for medicinal leeches. I mean, I actually kind of like the way some of them look.
I mean, honestly, the one in the dude's hand that's right there is like it's got a beautiful sheen and a pattern to it, like a salamander that lost its head and legs.
Yeah, something. I don't think I would put one in my hand.
No.
Although I used to.
No, I wouldn't.
One of my first pets as a kid was a newt.
A newt?
A little newt.
She turned me into a newt.
It was.
I got better.
It was pretty cool. So medicinal leeches and where to find them. The rise, fall, and resurrection of the humble leech.
Of the humble leech. Oh, I like this article already. One day in 1855, a boy known to history only as WCB fell ill.
WCB,
what a name.
Yeah, man.
His mother found him suffering from fever, racked with body aches and fatigued. Worried by these symptoms, she sent for the local apothecary, who arrived a short time later with a jar containing some brightly coloured slimy creatures. The mother heaved a sigh of relief. Help had arrived in the form of a leech.
She just... Oh, she went to the... Okay, she sent for the local apothecary. Okay.
So
for a second, I was like, she just went and just was like, yeah, I'll try these leeches.
More than 50 years later, WCB submitted a letter to the popular British serial Notes and Queries. That's what a delightfully British serial.
Yeah, I know, right?
About his childhood memories of being leeched on a regular basis. The bloodsuckers were placed inside the nostrils, on the inside of the lower lip, on the chest, and on the side, sometimes by 4 at a time. Such childhood experiences were not unusual.
Oh my God.
That's horrible for a child.
Dude, the inside of the nostrils and inside of the lower lip.
Oh, gosh.
Can you imagine what the nostril for some reason really makes me cringe.
From the late 18th century through the 19th century, a craze for leeching gripped Europe and North America and led to the collection, trade, and use of millions of leeches each year. The relationship between people and the medicinal leech, however, has a much deeper history. This is fascinating.
It is. I did not expect it to be this.
I know.
This fascinating.
Should I keep?
I was going to say let's see here. The medicine behind the madness.
Let me see here. Francois Joseph Victor. I don't know how to say that. I'm not good with French.
Brousset? Yeah, I think maybe like Brousset.
Brousset, okay.
Somebody
who knows French, correct us. All right.
Yeah, right.
French physician who believed health and disease exist on the opposite ends of a continuum. Oh, I like your, that's deep. Oh, that's deep, bro.
Where you read? Oh, yeah,
all right,
right
Brousset.
there.
He thought that when normal physiological processes go awry, inflammation takes hold, which in turn produces illness. That's what's happening with a lot of fucking shit today.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry if I swore. Irritation in the gastrointestinal
You know what I've realized?
tract.
I think just as long as we don't swear in the first 30 or 40, like let's just say the first minute of the show to be safe, I think it's okay. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get like any kind of like negative flags or anything, just for like bad language. But I think it's like the first at least 30 seconds has to be clean for them not to flag the video.
Well, we also had the conversation about like I want to appear a little bit more well-read.
I definitely don't want to just start. Yeah, I don't want to just start speaking like I normally speak. But I'm not gonna go and edit out every cuss word going forward because that's just very time consuming, and I don't think it's actually making a difference on the. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Anyway, back to the
Polygon's holding strong. 144.
144.
All right, Polygon check.
144.
All right. So let's see. So this expansion of bloodletting to treat the wounded and very sick was a new phenomenon. There had long been objections to blood loss via lancet.
I guess the bloodletting would make the inflammation go down.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I remember George Washington used to do bloodletting a lot.
Every fucking morning.
Oh, that's so... Can you imagine, like, oh, I don't feel good. Let's get some of this blood out.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine living in a day whenever that was it? It was like, just blood is bad. We need to get some of that blood out of him. There's too much blood.
I remember there was this tweet a while back that cracked me up. He was like, being an old-timey doctor would rule. Just like wandering around drunk as hell saying, yep, you got demons in your blood. You should do cocaine about it.
Yeah, I've seen that meme. It's basically, I mean, it really seems like that's what was happening back there.
Oh my God. So they were doing this. He said, so in contrast, though, many of Brousset's followers came to see the leech as offering a kinder, gentler approach, inducing a state of relaxation of the nervous energy of the body. Oh, according to British surgeon Rhys Price, author of A Treatise on the Utility of Sanguine Suction. Sanguine is the Latin word for blood. Sanguine suction or leech bleeding. 1822.
Leech
I've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's pretty crazy. Okay.
Oh, but see, insides of the nose and the ears and mouth and
the
stuff.
Victorian bourgeoisie.
What a word.
Yeah, man.
May have waxed poetic. This is a
about the medicinal leech. The supply business was a dirty, difficult affair. One that hinged on access to shrinking wetland areas and requiring a willing supply of laborers to act as lures and collectors.
Hey, what do? I'm a leech collector.
I'm a leech collector. I'm a leech lure.
I'm a leech lure.
Leech lure, leech lure, leech lure, leech lure, leech lure.
Wait, remember Floating Fight Club? Floating Flight Clubs.
Floating Fight Club.
We got to bring back the floating octagon. One of these days, we're gonna get a floating octagon. And we're gonna float it down the Monongahela River, right down Carson Street, right down South Side, and we're gonna have an old timey boxing match.
That'd be fun.
Or we'll just sit on it and use like sock'em boppers.
Yeah,
or like the rock'em sock'em robots.
What was Karate Fighters? Do you remember Karate Fighters?
Yeah.
Karate Fighters were the shit.
Okay.
They had the little, you put them on the end and you just had the little knob and they would like spin and kick, and if they pressed the little button on the chest of the other one, it would fly off.
So Beyblades were after us. We grew up before Beyblades, but they still
always looked pretty cool though.
But what were the things that we had that were like it though? That it was like there was a thing that you
Wasn't it
ripped
like
it.
Spitfire or something like that?
I remember one. It was like a Power Rangers thing or something like that, where
Yeah,
it had a
there was
ripcord.
there was a lot of ripcord toys when we were kids in the 90s. Now that I think about it,
A lot of like board game style things that involve like marbles and things that spun and stuff.
Dude, Mousetrap.
Oh, it's a crazy contraption. Mousetrap.
That game was so frustrating.
It really was. You would do one thing wrong and everything would fall over.
Yeah, hold on. I need to. There's another
We're not
game.
gonna finish our article on leeches.
Yeah,
I think we've read enough.
Yeah, we might have run the course on leeches. We might have let enough blood out on that one. 13 Dead End Drive.
What is this?
This game, I wanted this board game so bad as a kid, and when I got it, it was one of the worst games ever.
I remember seeing commercials for this as a little kid. That's crazy.
This game was. Oh, I guess there was supposed to be like a movie or something. No, it was like an awesome. It was an awesome like premise for a game, but it was very difficult to keep the board together. Like this big backdrop and everything would fall down constantly. Some of the little like this picture would fly off the wall and murder somebody, and it never worked. You could never get the ladder to flip off of this correctly. It was a nightmare to play, but it was spooky, and it was like this. It was almost like an updated version of Clue. I was gonna say it was basically
a more
like
interactive version,
a much more interactive version of Clue, and I never actually got to play a full game of it.
Dude, this reminds me of like you said, there was a whole bunch of games like that, like Mousetrap. There was also remember the Home Alone 2 game.
Was there a board game for Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
What? No, I don't remember that. Nope.
Oh, yeah. I had that as a kid. And once again, you would bump it one wrong way and like the entire board would just like collapse.
Whoa.
Yeah, there it is.
No, I don't think I've ever seen this.
Pull up the pictures for it. There is look, see? It's like this little contraption you have to assemble. All these pieces that snap together. There's like a little roly-poly that had Marv and Harry's faces on it that would like fall down this chute and stuff. And things from the game, like there's like the tool chest that comes flying down the stairs.
That was the sound of a tool chest falling down the stairs.
That's one of my favorite parts of that entire movie.
Me too. I love that movie.
What's that sound? Yeah, Home Alone 2 might be one of the only sequels that, in my opinion, is just as good as the first one.
Hey, you wearing aftershave? Oh, it's kerosene. The rope is soaked in it.
Who would soak a rope in kerosene? Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
To another Christmas in the trenches. I might actually go on eBay and see if I can find me a copy of Home Alone 2.
Let's find that game and we will play it.
Let's see if...
oh, my God,
Let's see if it's available and...
Who knows? It may be a collector's item.
I was going to say, let's
point.
see how much they go for. Home Alone 2 board game.
All right, let's see.
I love eBay. Home Alone. This is
that doesn't look like it at all. That looks like a rug. What? My rug box?
Yeah, I was gonna say what
am I looking at?
What a shady looking.
That isn't the game at all.
Okay, that's like Home Alone 1. Here, $23.
It doesn't make breakfast at all. Oh my God.
So this looks...
No, that's different. That's like
this looks way different than the one we just saw.
That's just like character cards. I love the uncle.
Oh yeah, dude, he's awesome. That actor, he was a great actor.
Look what you did, you little twerp.
Jerk.
Oh, you little jerk. Yeah.
He was a good character actor. He popped up in a lot of things and was always really good.
Just his little bit parts, like when
So
they're on
what the hell?
in the first one, they're on the plane and he's pouring up the champagne. There's like, fill it up.
So there was a lot of Home Alone board games, dude.
I've never look at all of these. These are like some of these look like somebody made them in their basement.
Look at those pieces.
Wow. Some of these look like. Some of them
I
look
actually
more
like the board of this one.
The board looks really cool. It's
like
a cool design and everything.
The board of this one way better.
Yeah, it's like a schematic of the whole house or something. Yeah, look at that.
The garage.
This is my house.
It's last year, whenever I started running, I did a couple virtual races that were Home Alone themed. So I have a couple medals downstairs. One of them is a big golden medal of the house, and then the other one is like a circular one that has it says like like it's like a 5K, and I can't remember if it has Kevin's face doing this or what is it. Yeah, but I got a couple cool medals down there, Home Alone medals.
So how does a virtual race work precisely?
You basically the honor system.
You said like, hey guys.
Anybody,
I did that 10K yesterday.
Anybody can go on to the website and buy the medals that they offer, and then you just got to run the race. But like for me, I started to really get into running, so I only did a couple virtual ones that weren't linked to like a real race, like here in town. Because some of them you can actually go and plug your time into, like if you use an app to track your run.
Because a lot of people do those running apps. I see it. Like it makes a cool little map and tracks your run. I was going to say like a lot of the bigger races will have that, but for a lot of the virtual ones online, it really is just the honor system. So they send you the medal and the bib, and you run it if you want to, or I guess you could just collect the medals if you want to be that person. I bet who would want to be that person?
I bet there's a lot of people that would want to look like they've run a lot of marathons.
A lot of influencers.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I could see somebody at least out there that just wants to look like they've done a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But the doing it is its own reward, though. Obviously,
should be
right.
But there's a lot of cool themed virtual ones. I've seen them for like Anchorman and all kinds of stuff.
So
Home Alone. So yeah, I'm
not seeing any of the ones.
I'm not seeing the one that we just saw.
That has the crazy contraption.
And that's the one you remember having as a kid?
I had that as a kid. Yeah. This is a
twofer. You get both.
Rare. Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
I might actually pick one of these up when we're not on the air.
Sure. These like might be maybe my game that I had was like the crazy knockoff or something.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But we found that as soon as we Googled Home Alone board game. We found a picture of the one that you remember.
This is just a search for ones that you can buy. So, okay.
That's interesting. Let me go.
Man, I had a rare board game, and we probably got rid of it. That's a bummer.
Perhaps that was rare.
Man.
This one.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't even see a box. Maybe Home Alone 2 Lost in New York board game?
Yeah, search specifically for that, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Let me make that a little bit more specific.
We'll see. Because I want that board game now.
2 Lost in New York. Oh, it's still bringing up.
It's still the original one. Wow. Man, I had a gem.
That is very strange to me that there's not even one example of that.
Man, we had a crazy game closet whenever I was a kid. I remember I would open it up. We had that in there.
We still have a crazy game closet downstairs.
All the old classics too, like Simon, Light Bright.
Light Bright. I always hated Light Bright because my last name is Bright, and when I was a kid, that was like the one. Light Bright. Back to medical leeches. No, we can move on from medical leeches, I guess. But the pastoral depiction of leech finders belies the scale of the leech trade during the time. At the height of the craze, France alone imported 33 million leeches in a single year. Yet demand far outstripped supply.
So scroll down a little bit here. Look at this. They literally wading through and relax in the water, letting the leeches
like leech onto them
so that they can
collect them,
put them in a little bucket.
Man, could you imagine how much?
That's their job.
How much good blood these ladies have? All the medicinal. That's crazy. By the end of the 18th century, medicinal leeches were nearly extinct in many countries, including Ireland, England, Wales, and the Netherlands. In response, countries began farming leeches, importing wild ones from places far away as Russia, Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. Jam. I said jam. Damn. That's crazy.
Leech jam.
That is crazy.
Which is blood.
Yeah, I don't have the stomach to keep reading about leeches now.
But fascinating.
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating that coming up so early in the podcast. Or at all, really. I didn't anticipate talking about leeches.
All right, Matic is dipping slightly, but it's okay. We're still at 142.
Still over 142. And it's one of those things where it's all gains for me. I got in at such a low price with this that $1.42 has put me way up there. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I wish that it would have hovered a little bit closer to $1 for a little longer, so I could have picked up more. But the United States government has. Have you gotten your tax rebate money yet? Anybody? Because I keep hearing about it. that that we're going to get it, and then I haven't seen anything yet. So I don't know. I don't know if we have to do something. I heard that we didn't have to file an amended return, and then I heard
they said that they were just going to start doing it May 1st. I thought.
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought too.
14th. So
yeah. So I don't know. The last couple of days, seeing all the gains.
Gains of the Z.
We've been living large in our heads here.
In our heads,
we've been making a lot of plans.
We've been planning a trip to Japan.
Yes.
We're designing our dream cars, the whole schmear.
And the dream car, a lot of people, whenever at least in the subreddits for crypto and stuff, everyone talks about going to the moon and buying a Lambo. I don't want a Lambo.
No, that's excessive.
I want a BMW. I just want a nice, reliable, not too flashy $55,000 BMW. Because the series that we were tinkering around with, what was it? Which one was it?
The Roadster.
The Roadster.
I think it was the Z4.
The Z4 BM.
Yeah. They all have crazy names.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about any of these luxury cars and stuff.
Me neither. But
that's the fun thing, though, about getting to valet over the last year, though, for a little at times, is trying all these cars and stuff. And I will say that BMWs are pleasant to drive. They just drive nicely. They they handle well.
This is the guy right here.
That's it right there. Yeah.
And we literally sat here the other day, instead of doing anything productive. He came over so we could work on music, because we're trying to work on new music for the intro.
Yeah,
and
we got all these great instruments in the studio and stuff and everything, and we've been starting to do some writing and whatnot. But I was just like, man, we need to start getting into some music and incorporating it. I think next week I'm gonna just bring my guitar out or something like that. We're gonna figure something out. But we're trying to work on some music, and we were putting some ideas together. But then we just kept designing these cars.
All
instead.
of a sudden, Polygon jumps to $1 or like $1.12, something like that.
You're seeing dollar signs.
Starting seeing all these gains in dollar signs, and it's real easy to get off track. So we did nothing productive. We built customs, because I made Matthew the promise that if Polygon, if and when, because I believe it will hit sometime in the future. I don't even think it might not even be the near future, but in the future, if Polygon hits
10 years from now,
$150, $200 per token, I'm buying Matthew and I matching BMW Z4 S-Drive 30i Roadsters.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so we went through and we built...
This is a binding contractual agreement.
We built custom roadsters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you're going to go with the all black, right?
I think I'm going with the all black. Or
it looks like
you sent the picture that they have the gray. Which one is the gray?
Go over to the right. Oh, that's blue. I'm
Mediterranean
colorblind.
blue.
Oh, that's right. No, the gray is in the model over, the M40i.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's my model, I think, because I liked that gray option that you sent.
Also, this one is a 3-liter instead of a 2-liter. It's a 6-cylinder instead of a 4.
It's also 63,000 starting.
That's true.
I'm okay spending I'm okay spending like 110 grand on 2 cars.
I'll have my own gains at this point too.
By this point, yeah. So yeah. I'll cover the first 100 grand, and you just pay
I'll cover all the extra crap that I put on there, like the fancy red brakes and stuff that are totally unnecessary.
Yeah, you're not too far behind me with your Matic. And again, none of this is financial advice. This is just two fucking idiots.
We are not financial advice.
This is just two fucking idiots seeing some dollar signs for the first time, and
hey, look, they made a stock market for broke people. Yeah. Do you want to gamble all of your money away?
It doesn't take very much knowledge or understanding to actually get into it.
Which is we're trying to glean knowledge, and we've been both doing the due diligence every day, reading articles and stuff and everything.
Where's Ethereum at right now?
Ethereum is gonna be.
41.34. Okay.
41.34. Yeah.
That took a big dip yesterday.
It did. Yeah.
It went back down to 35-ish at one point. 35.80.
It was down to 34 at one point yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It started.
Oh no, I'm on the weekly now. That yes, at some point over the last week it did dip down to 34. Mm-hmm. Perhaps that was. On the 8th, so that was a few days ago.
It's crazy to think that just one of those tokens is over $4,000 when a year ago one of them cost $190.
I know people that got in back then.
Wow. Gaining financial independence.
Yeah. I definitely feel more financially free than I have ever felt in my entire life right now.
It's a really good feeling
Yes.
because, like, and I know that a lot of it is, speculative, and you have
Sure.
to keep your eye on it and be careful and everything, But it's nice to know because, like, I didn't put in all that much money.
No, neither did I.
And I just did like a set it, forget it. I put some in,
say,
and then
I
I'm
will
just
stand by
watching it.
this.
Go.
I've every crypto senior or veteran that I've seen on any of the subreddits, or they all say the main investing rule is don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Right.
So whenever I made all my initial investments, I only put in the money that I could afford to lose.
I consider it just like diversifying, like, and doing like a new retirement fund, a high risk one.
I turned those stimulus checks that we got because that was like I considered those stimulus checks. I was getting enough on unemployment that I could pay my bills and and live pretty comfortably on the unemployment. So the stimulus money, I was like, fun money. Hey, I didn't know if it was gonna just dwindle to zero or if I was. I turned those couple the first two stimulus checks into
More.
into more. I could give myself a stimulus check every month for the next 12 months if I wanted to.
That's much more.
That's much more.
Well, that's great.
And I'm not saying what the size of that stimulus check would be.
No, we don't want anyone to know where this studio is.
No. Hey, you know what? I feel a lot safer though now that my crypto's on a ledger and not on an exchange.
It's backed up and everything now.
It's backed up and
secured.
It's off the internet. It's no longer being stored on Coinbase. So
Do you know where it is?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's on my ledger. So I mean, I have.
I heard about that though, like about like a kid who said like he had two different stories. One, a kid found a flash drive that had hundreds of bitcoins on it.
Yeah, I've read a couple posts about people finding old crypto holdings that they forgot about.
But then a kid remembering that he had it and realizing that it like the computer crashed or something.
There's been a guy on one of the Reddit cryptocurrency subreddits who has been for months trying to figure out a way to access an old hard drive that had I think he said somewhere of like a few hundred Bitcoin on it.
A few hundred Bitcoins?
I guess it's a hard drive from like 2009 or 2010. So like
for those who don't know, one Bitcoin is worth $51,000 right now. So
there were a lot of people that became instant millionaires and a couple self-made billionaires off of. Speaking of self-made billionaires, let's talk about the Vitalik guy from Ethereum donating $1 billion
to India.
To India, man.
Who's getting ravaged right now with COVID, with another surge there, and the variant over there, and they're developing all sorts of problems. And
I want to cover this story a little bit.
Let's talk about this because I just think this guy's fantastic. Not only is he actually, pioneering and creating this network that's like fundamentally changing the internet.
Yeah, dude.
He's not being one of those assholes like Elon is, just disrupting markets and hoarding all the wealth for himself.
Ethereum creator donates meme coins worth $1 billion to help India fight COVID-19. This kid in his unicorn or his
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Is that an alpaca?
That's an alpaca though with a unicorn. A unipaca with UFOs and a cat with glasses and a rainbow. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
I would buy that
this
shirt.
Dude is a
I have
billionaire.
A few shirts like that,
this dude is a billionaire.
Good for him.
He created Ethereum. This kid. But over the last couple of days, man, he donated cryptocurrencies worth $1.5 billion to several nonprofit organizations, including $1 billion to a COVID-19 relief fund in India on Wednesday, in one of the largest ever individual philanthropy efforts.
Wow.
Or at least that was the worth of the cryptocurrency. Many of which are dog themed. For a second, I thought many of which were dog shit. When he made the donation. Buterin, I hope I'm saying that last name right, Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, transferred 500 Ethereum and over 50 trillion SHIB.
50 trillion.
Shiba Inu, a meme coin worth around 1.4 billion at the time of the transaction, to the India COVID Crypto Relief Fund.
So hopefully if they were smart, they just probably would sell all of it and get the money.
Yeah, the transaction prompted a panic among some investors, contributing to over 35% drop in SHIB's price on Wednesday, and its value continues to fluctuate. I don't know why you would invest in that to begin with, but
because people aren't experienced with this, and I'm not that we're experienced, but what I've learned,
gaining experience.
We're gaining experience. people just see the name and they think, oh, Dogecoin, it's going crazy in value because Elon Musk said so. And they see these and they think it's just like that. Look at this. Shiba Inu, which is the type of dog that Dogecoin is. Dogelon Mars.
Yeah, man.
That's just sloppy.
Another meme currency
anymore.
donated on Wednesday are alternative cryptocurrencies that have exploded in popularity in recent months. Shiba is a joke on Dogecoin, which itself was created as a joke. I woke up this morning and I saw that, and we'll fact check this here in a second, that Coinbase is going to start accepting Doge in the next coming months. So to anyone that's frustrated that you can't buy Doge,
I'll buy one Dogecoin.
I was going to say, you know
just
what?
for the meme value.
I already have like $5 worth of Dogecoin. I don't think I'm planning on buying any more, but if I can move it over to Coinbase, I'd like to get it off crypto.com. They won't let me move at the height of it, I was trying to move it over to my ledger, and it wouldn't let me send it to my ledger.
Why?
It just kept saying, an error has occurred, please contact.
Because it was at a high price.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure. I'm telling you, man,
sure it has something to do. This is Robin Hood all over again.
Pretty sure in my head, anyway, I don't know if this is the factual thing. In my head, it had something to do with the fact that it was peaking at around 70 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to send it to my ledger so I could just have all of my crypto in one spot.
You weren't even trying to sell it.
I wasn't even trying to sell it. I was just trying to move it. So yeah, I'm hoping that maybe Coinbase will. I don't know.
I've had pretty good experience with Coinbase so far.
Yeah, I
know there's a lot of different options out there. I think one of the other ones people use is not
BitConnect.
BitConnect.
Not BitConnect.
BitConnect.
Hey.
That guy.
Hey,
oh my god.
Hey.
Did you watch that video?
No, but that was the H3.
H3
has covered that extensively.
Okay, that's where I saw that.
Yeah, we watched the H3.
Oh my god, that guy
they actually had
cracked me
Carlos
up.
on one of the recent episodes.
Oh, that's right.
Because he found out that his wife actually left him.
His wife left him because of BitConnect.
In that video, he's talking about BitConnect and how his wife doesn't even. He said, "My wife doesn't even believe in me," or something like that. And then come to find out, she actually left him over that.
She actually left him. I was just like,
became a juggler.
Carlos lost his. He said he didn't lose his actual investment, but anyway, that's a side thing.
Anyways,
Binance?
Binance.
I see people talk about Binance. Kraken. I've seen interviews with the guy who started Kraken, and he's like a 30-something. Like, he looks like he just spends his day surfing. But he seems like one of the good guys in crypto. That like he's one like that explicitly tells people like don't store your crypto on an exchange. Invest in a hardware wallet. Use one of our exchanges to buy it. And if you have a small amount you want to watch it, just like he seems like one of the good guys.
That's good because there are a lot of people that are not good guys out there.
If Kraken would have been a little bit more, I want to say like noob friendly, I would have used Kraken whenever I started. But they give you the ability to like set limits and buy orders and sell orders, and I liked Coinbase's like I just want to buy this exact much. It's the click of a button.
I want this one.
Yeah. So I think for ease of use, Coinbase is a pretty good way to go if you're looking.
I like it so far.
If you're looking to get in.
MetaMask. That's another one I've heard of.
I have a MetaMask thing, and let's see here. Coinbase trading platform. Yep, it says it will.
Oh wow.
Says it will add support for cryptocurrency Doge in the coming weeks.
All right.
This is from the Independent, so I tend to take them as a. Is there no?
Oh, we have to register to continue reading.
Sorry, I'm not.
Number one way to not get me to read your article.
Yeah.
And visit your website.
They died suddenly.
Oh, is Dogecoin rallying again?
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Because this is from like an hour ago. It says it's rallying. Rallying might mean okay, so like 55 cents.
Well, it was 38 cents.
I would say which from
today.
A couple days ago.
Like if these are all like regular stocks, like it would be unheard of.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody the other day about crypto, and they were just like, "Yeah, but it's not real." I'm like, "What do you think money is?"
I was gonna say, man,
we made that up too.
Everything sitting in my Ledger account right now seems very real to me.
Things have value that we, as a society, ascribe value to.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. 100%.
100. Fam.
So like this is the front page at Coinbase. If you
wow.
were to like
The desktop version is very nice.
yeah. So right now Bitcoin is up 1.84%. That took a pretty big hit this week.
It did.
And dipped. Where's the weekly on this? Like this right here, it went from like 55.
The whole market crashed.
Yeah, right.
Crashed then on the 12th, 2 days ago.
It dipped to 46. I'm sure some people were real happy about that. If you,
So they could buy
afford,
more.
I would say if you can afford to buy any whole Bitcoin, probably very happy about that.
I think anybody who could afford to buy one Bitcoin would be happy if they could afford to do that.
Seriously, I've been throwing
For most average folks.
I've just been throwing little chunks of money, like real small chunks of money at Bitcoin. Don't really have much of it, but I think I feel like every crypto person should have a little Bitcoin in their wallet. I think.
Well, the cool thing about Coinbase is that they gave you, since you invited me, they gave me like $10 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
did you keep it?
yeah, I kept
nice,
it.
nice.
I just like seeing it.
I traded it instantly
I just like seeing it.
because I also got $10 in Bitcoin for doing that, and I instantly traded it for Polygon, which at this moment probably made it more than $10.
Right. Yeah, my that $10 that they invested is now worth
Polygonians unite!
$8.66. So
Yeah,
it's just like I'm just interested to see. I just like having it, knowing that I have some.
Let me throw Matic up on the
it's not a
screen
lot.
here so people can see our excitement. This is the 24-hour chart.
So
But
trending
let's
upwards.
Pull out to the week.
Still trending upwards.
I'm coming to find that like Polygon doesn't really dip. It just kind of builds momentum for its next fucking quantum leap.
It goes up and then it readjusts, goes up, readjusts, and then it just goes up again.
Like look at the month. Here's April 16th. It was around 38.40 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And then it made that first big jump up to around 70 and then leveled out, and then I remember watching it this day and it's like,
almost broke $1.
Almost broke $1, and then like a little bit later it finally did, man. And then it dipped down again, and I was like, okay, if we get support around, the low 90s, upper 80s, it's not going back down. And then it went up to this for like 2 days, and then that big dip happened in the,
on the 12th. Yeah, the whole market dipped significantly, but Polygon just went down, and it just had just a slight variation. It it dipped, but it corrected and kept going back up, and almost flattened out instead of crashing. When the whole market was red and they were green.
I mean,
on
this
the 12th.
is what's today's date? Is today the 14th?
Today is the
14th.
14th. Yes.
So at 2 a.m. it was at $1.14.
Wow.
Like just this past 2 a.m. it was at $1.14, and then boom, look at its climb.
It's insane.
And then that big boom.
Yeah. When broke 150, which is amazing because all the other people who, whenever, Polygon was, whenever they were building the network and everything, all the people were saying like, yeah, this looks really good. It'll probably reach $1 by the end of 2021, and then maybe in the next year it'll hit $1.50, maybe $2.
Yeah.
So to see it far
Polygon is
surpassing that this early is very exciting.
Ethereum's Internet of Blockchains. Polygon is a protocol and a framework for building and connecting Ethereum-compatible blockchain networks, aggregating scalable solutions on Ethereum, supporting a multi-chain Ethereum ecosystem.
It'll flip your fucking lid.
And I'm trying to see what all you can do on here, because I know that right now they're talking about all of the cool things you can do with Polygon. They have like online casinos where you can go gamble with your crypto.
I've heard that too.
They just got a partnership with Atari, so you can go do something with Atari.
Play Atari games?
I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't know what the Atari thing actually entails, but well, let's see if we can actually find that out. Let's go to YouTube and see if we can find anything out about Atari and Polygon.
Enlighten us, Internet, with your wisdom.
Right?
Or possible shill.
Polygon. Okay. Maybe this guy.
Let's see.
So Decentraland partners with Atari, and they're actually hiring in Decentraland.
Cool. That was abrupt.
If this guy has music.
Welcome back to Philip's Money Studio. It's a lot of work for me to make these videos. I would appreciate a big thumbs up. At the time of this recording, $1
I'll leave you a thumbs up.
Worth 1,812 Satoshis. The value of the dollar continues to decline against Bitcoin. Bitcoin's total market cap is still ranked number 6, passing Facebook and Tencent. Today, Bitcoin is worth $55,323. Decentraland's coin, Mana, is currently worth 90 cents.
Decentraland. I like the name of that. I like that. Welcome to Decentraland. Oh shit, I didn't mean to.
Mask wallet, and you can start playing. According to
Okay, sorry.
Decentraland. So if you go to Decentraland, 90 cents. In the news, Atari is building a casino in Ethereum's virtual world, Decentraland. So if you go to Decentraland.org, you'll see this. All you have to do is connect it to your MetaMask wallet. And
It's a whole virtual world.
Cryptopedia
Wow.
says Decentraland is a user-owned Ethereum-based virtual world where you can play, explore, and interact with games and activities. You can
That is pretty freaking cool.
That's really cool. You know what this reminds me of, like, almost a little eerie way. It reminds me of the beginnings of, like,
Ready
what's that?
Player One.
Yeah, where everybody just 100 years from now, everybody's just gonna live in the ether.
I hope that it gets to be like that. I genuinely, I'm a big fan of. We've talked about Ready Player One, and I'm still trying to
haven't seen
get
it
through
or read
Ready
it.
Player Two right now. But I think Ready Player One would be a pretty cool way to live. Being it's definitely a I don't even want to say apocalyptic. That might be hard, but it's like postmodern world.
Postmodern world. Okay,
it's definitely
not necessarily the bleak other aspect of that world.
No, there's definitely from that story. There's definitely some very bleak aspects to that civilization. So it's definitely after the fall of something, but it might not be like a nuclear bomb or something.
But having this entire like virtual space that
Yes.
you could go and explore and interact with people,
it's literally everybody's life is interacting through the game, so to speak, or whatever it is. Yeah, that would be really freaking cool.
you go hang out with your friends at like a cafe, but like you're all just
Well, there's already talk that in 10 years or so, maybe sooner, that you'll be able to like buy your homes and your cars and everything on the blockchain. So like the title and deed to your house will be stored on the blockchain, so you don't have to worry about somebody hacking or stealing the title to your property. So
That's
like
crazy to
blockchain
think
technology, they were talk of the United States using blockchain technology as a potential for voting.
because it's so secure.
It's so secure. People could log right onto their computer into the blockchain, whatever, however it's set up, and just cast their ballot. Don't have to make a special trip to any place in particular. So like blockchain technology
to like the one place within like 100 square mile radius for you and like a million other people.
Let's see if we can
in a 2-hour time period where you're not allowed to give them water.
I wanna give our viewers and a little idea of
How does a blockchain work?
I don't want that music.
No one wants that music, except that ad.
Incredibly popular nowadays. But what is a blockchain? How do they work? What problems do they solve? And how can they be used?
I hope you'll tell us.
Me too.
Indicates a blockchain is a chain of blocks that contains information. This technique was originally described in 1991 by a group of researchers and was originally intended to timestamp digital documents so that it's not possible to backdate them or to tamper with them.
Oh.
Okay, so that like a notary, it says
That's interesting.
That makes perfect sense. I didn't realize 1991 they were already developing blockchains.
I guess it wasn't really it then, but I guess it was the beginnings of it.
Yeah, I'm sure like digital currencies weren't thought of in 91 with this, but it was pretty. It's neat that that's how they were originally used, so people couldn't backdate like important, like change the dates or so. It's like a timestamp.
Almost like a notary. However, it went by mostly unused until it was adapted by Satoshi Nakamoto
Oh, wow.
in 2009.
2009.
to create
Wow.
the digital cryptocurrency Bitcoin.
Wow, so from 91 until 2009,
Wow.
it went almost unused. And then this guy had a genius idea.
Mr. Nakamoto had a genius idea indeed.
I think it's Satoshi Nakamoto that his Bitcoin wallet has like 50% of all Bitcoin that's out there. But there's like lore around whether he's alive or dead right now, because like there's I was just this last week with the fluctuation in Bitcoin. I was reading that somebody wrote a post that was like Satoshi, if Satoshi could move 0.00000000001 Bitcoin from his wallet and tank the entire market. And then I just got into the weeds with all the comments about like, because it's not the amount that would do it, it's the implication that he is alive and has the ability to move that much Bitcoin at one time.
Yeah.
His wallet, I guess, has stayed at the exact same level. It had no moves, nothing
Since its like inception?
for at least a very long time, to where
Okay.
people are like assuming that he's dead and no one has access to that wallet. So there's like 50% of all Bitcoin or something crazy like that is sitting in his wallet somewhere.
So is that verified, or is that all just wild speculation?
It might be.
You want it to be true?
I mean, it would be kind of cool if it was true, but
So you think it would be cool that this man has died? How cruel of you, Matthew.
Satoshi
They died
Nakamoto, Bitcoin holdings, Bitcoin wallet. If Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto is alive, he's sitting on one of the largest personal fortunes on the planet. In case you haven't heard, Bitcoin is back in the news in a major way. Bitcoin first peaked in the mainstream back in late 2017 when the price rocketed up to 19,000 in a matter of weeks. The price ebbed and flowed over the next few years, dropping as low as 3,400 in November 2018. That's right around where Ether is now. I'm hoping.
So look at this. It's generally accepted that a person named Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator of Bitcoin, though it should be noted that he's never been identified officially, spoken publicly, or been seen in person. There have been many, many, many attempts at finding him. We're not sure Satoshi Nakamoto exists, or at least exists as a living, breathing person walking the earth. He might be dead. He might be a she. It may be a pseudonym. That is crazy.
If you put all the mystery aside, we do know two things for certain about Satoshi Nakamoto. He is an incredibly brilliant programmer.
Or she.
He's sitting on an extremely enormous personal fortune.
I never knew that. That makes this all the more fascinating. But what if he is alive? And then what if he just all of a sudden tweaks his wallet?
That's what people were saying. The implication of him being alive by moving even a small fraction of Bitcoin from that wallet would tank the market, because everyone would think, oh, he could rug pull at any moment, and they would start pulling all of their Bitcoin out.
Right. Because if you didn't time it right and he pulled it out, then boom, all your potential gains are gone.
They died suddenly.
So yeah, this Satoshi Nakamoto guy is like my new like DB Cooper kind of like
DB Cooper,
like DB Cooper's
vanished without a trace.
Awesome in his own right, but like this guy, if Satoshi Nakamoto is truly a singular human being, he's up there in the the mysterious ether for me.
But with that amount.
Yeah,
I just imagine that he's somewhere like a Dr. Evil style like lair. Not that he's evil; he seems like a good dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
but she's like he's like on a private island somewhere, just like sitting at a computer, just like watching everything.
The domain name Bitcoin.org was registered in August of 2008. 2 months later, someone going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a paper titled "Bitcoin: A Peer-to-Peer Electronic Cash System" and submitted it to a cryptography mailing list. This paper is the first time Satoshi Nakamoto's name appeared on the internet related to cryptocurrency. Nakamoto implemented the Bitcoin software on January 3rd, 2009. On that date, he mined what is now called the Genesis block of Bitcoin.
Genesis
the
block.
Genesis block of Bitcoin.
It sounds like that reminds me of Transformers: The All Spark.
His reward, 50 Bitcoins. Today's value, 2.4 million. One of the most innovative features of Bitcoin is that its total circulation is strictly capped at 21 million coins. That gives the currency an inherent scarcity, which has become very attractive to investors today. As governments of the world print trillions and trillions of dollars of paper money that is not actually backed up by any real value, having something that can't ever be diluted is powerful. Not that Bitcoin has much real value on its own today. It is essentially a very speculative series of ones and zeros that 99% of its holders don't actually use to make transactions. That will change. In its first few months of being online, the price of a single Bitcoin was basically zero, like literally
0.0008
per Bitcoin. You could have bought all the Bitcoin in existence for $16,800. In March,
Let me get my spare $16,000 I have laying around.
dude. In March 2010, the price was less than 1 cent.
I am exhausted.
Trader using the name Smoke Too Much held an auction for 10,000 Bitcoin, the symbol for Bitcoin. Wait,
What? He was seeking $50. No bidders came forward. Had you decided to pay Smoke Too Much his $50, today you'd be sitting on $480 million.
I hope Smoke Too Much is sitting on that.
I know.
I hope that Smoke Too Much is now smoking way too much. You know?
Or maybe his doctor told him to stop smoking and he vapes too much now.
Yeah. He's now vapes too much.
Vapes too much.
In 2011, Bitcoin hit $1 per coin for the first time. I remember when it hit $1 because I was living with a kid who had some Bitcoin.
And he was like freaking out.
And he was like freaking out.
Did he have a lot of it?
I don't want to say he had maybe a couple $100 worth of Bitcoin at the time. I don't know, because it was shortly after this that he and I, we didn't live together any longer, and I don't know if he's kept it, and if he's
maybe
balling out.
Maybe he's a millionaire.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
In 2013, things started to get interesting. Bitcoin started 2013 around $15. It ended the year above 800.
Wow.
That's crazy.
15 to 800. That's insane. Just look at that chart. Just goes pow.
Then 2014 was a bit of a retreating year for Bitcoin. The price lagged down to about 200s. Here's what happened between 2015 and today.
Just to the moon.
Okay, so yeah, here's I think this, for those first 50 Bitcoin earned as a reward for mining the Genesis block were not only Bitcoin Satoshi kept for himself, quite the contrary actually. As the creator and predominant first Bitcoin miner, Satoshi set aside 1 million coins for himself at inception. That's 4.8% of all Bitcoins in circulation. Okay, so not 50%. I was way off. You were way off.
What's all that 1 in a million talk?
Slippy, slappy, swip, swap, swally, Samsonite. I was way off. You can see those 1 million coins sitting in his public wallet. They have not been accessed or spent since January 2009, and that's a very strange situation. As we mentioned, maybe this dude just lost the keys to his wallet. Maybe he's literally maybe he killed himself. Sorry, not killed himself. Maybe he unalived himself. I think that is one of the YouTube no-nos. I'll have to edit that out.
Okay.
Maybe he did do something.
No, he just lost. He lost the key to all the Bitcoin. He's sitting on one of the biggest fortunes on the planet, and like he can't access it now.
Well, he set aside 1 million Bitcoin for himself.
1 million Bitcoin.
So that has to be more than 4%, right?
It's just a bad luck story. It's all it is.
The 1 million coin set aside. Oh, the 1 million is 4%. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. As we previously mentioned, Bitcoin is trading around 48,000 per coin. That means Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet is worth $48 billion.
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B. At 48 billion, by our count of the richest people in the world, Satoshi is currently the 27th richest human being walking the earth.
Wow.
Now that isn't, we published this article the night of February 15th. For a brief period on that morning of February 16th, Bitcoin broke $50,000 for the first time. It has since dropped down back below.
They died
Back down
suddenly.
to 49, okay.
But for those moments, he was worth $50 billion.
I don't flip your fucking wig.
That's insane.
Satoshi is 4 billion richer than Nike founder Phil Knight. He's 18 billion richer than Steve Jobs' widow Laureen Powell. He's 4 billion shy of Carlos Slim. He's also
Who's Carlos Slim?
I don't know, but that's a cool name. Let's see who Carlos Slim is real quick. If his real last name is Slim, that's pretty. Carlos Slim.
He looks like the brother of the most interesting man.
Mexican business magnate, yeah, investor and philanthropist. Was ranked the richest person in the world by Forbes magazine. Holy shit. He derived his fortune from extensive holdings in a considerable number of Mexican companies through his conglomerate Grupo Carso.
Grupo Carso.
Okay, Carlos Slim.
All right. Good on you.
Yeah, he's on my radar now.
That is a cool name, though.
That is a cool name. That's pretty crazy.
So
He's only 10 billion shy of the Koch brothers, Mackenzie Scott and Michael Bloomberg. The fact that Michael Bloomberg has that billions of dollars is crazy to me too.
The fact that anybody has billions of dollars is
Now,
insane.
isn't it a little suspicious and strange that someone would launch Bitcoin in January 2009, give themselves 1 million coins, and then never access those coins again, or at least not over the last 11 years, especially as the value of Bitcoin grew from 6 cents to 25 cents to $10 to 100 and onward? How could he have not sold some along the way? One simple theory that explains why Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoins haven't been touched in 11 years is that he is dead. More specifically, he likely died not long after creating Bitcoin. I mean, how else to explain nearly 50 billion worth of Bitcoin sitting there collecting digital dust for more than a decade?
It's a good point.
And here's the thing: if Nakamoto is dead, that $50-ish billion is probably lost forever. Bitcoin is inaccessible to anyone who doesn't have the password to the account. Not a single coin has been sold in 11 years. It stands to reason that Satoshi Nakamoto never told anyone his true identity, so no one would know the password to Nakamoto's private Bitcoin wallet. Once the password to the wallet is gone, so are the Bitcoins. However the case, or wherever Satoshi Nakamoto is, we do know this. 2 years after launching Bitcoin, Nakamoto disappeared from the internet. On April 23rd, 2011, Nakamoto sent Bitcoin developer Mike Hearn an email saying, "I've moved on to other things." He wrote that he felt the future of Bitcoin was in good hands. Nakamoto left behind a vast collection of writings, the most influential cryptocurrency ever created, and a mystery for the ages.
I'll say.
Yeah, seriously, man. I read. I caught a little bit of that in a Reddit thread the other day.
I never knew any of that. That makes it all the more fascinating.
It's very fascinating.
Wow.
What is this? 50 Bitcoin just moved for the first time since 2009, but it doesn't look like Satoshi. When is this from? Oh, this is from May of last year.
Womp womp.
Yeah. No.
Womp womp is the opposite of whoop whoop.
I wish there was a picture of this guy, man. Yeah, right? The Bitcoin Genesis block. Look at that. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't even really know what I'm looking at.
I don't flip your fucking wig.
I wish I knew programming.
Hex version, like hexadecimals?
Maybe.
I don't know. I only know that's a thing because of The Martian. I'll come clean.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's Bitcoin Genesis block. That's gnarly.
It's made from the finest American steel ever to come out of Pittsburgh, PA.
Embedded the Coinbase transaction to this. Ooh, wait. Coinbase transaction of this block was the text: The Times, 3 January 2009. Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. I don't know what that is. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, that's the little side thing to Satoshi. Now let's finish our little seeing how the.
Oh yeah, how blockchains work.
A blockchain is a distributed ledger that is completely open to anyone. They have an interesting property. Once some data has been recorded inside the blockchain, it becomes very difficult to change it. So how does that work? Well, let's take a closer look at a block. Each block contains some data, the hash of the block, and the hash of the previous block.
I hope he explains what a hash is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was like, okay, data. All right, I'm following you. Okay,
got you with
okay,
data.
got you so far. Like I like hash browns.
Yeah, I could probably like hash oil or something.
In California,
I was gonna say
or Colorado.
Yeah, or
half of the states.
Hopefully, PA makes some bigger moves towards increasing and expanding its medical program. Although I think there's a lot of movement right now with John Fetterman supporting full recreational legalization in the coming. True. He's fighting for it, and there was a bipartisan bill passed in the PA House, I believe, in the last month or two. So it's looking positive that PA might get a much more expanded, even recreational program. So that would be cool.
I think it'd be great.
The data that is stored inside a block depends on the type of block.
I wonder if the hash is like the hash rate, like the speed of, I don't know.
I have no clue, buddy.
The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, stores the details about a transaction in here, such as the sender, receiver, and the amount of coins.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Also
Following
has
you.
All right.
You can
The
add a
hash.
hash to a fingerprint. It identifies a block and all of its contents, and it's always unique, just as a fingerprint.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's just, I'm assuming that is a fancier word for like your address. the address that you're sending, like your wallet address that you're using to send and or.
I think it means literally each block of data has its own individualized like fingerprint, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's why this is why it's secure then.
Yeah. So the hash, I believe each block is a transaction. So.
Okay. Yeah, he said the data was the from, the who, and the amount.
Yes. So,
Okay.
and I'm going to assume that hash is one of the two wallet addresses, either the sender or the receiver's address. Or maybe that's just the information for the total transaction.
Who knows how programming works?
Once
Right.
a block is created,
Programmers.
its hash is being calculated. Changing something inside the block will cause the hash to change. So in other words, hashes are very useful when you want to detect changes to blocks. If the fingerprint of a block changes, it no longer is the same block. The third element inside each block is the hash of the previous block. And this effectively creates a chain of blocks, and it's this technique that makes the blockchain so secure.
Okay.
Let's take an example.
So one block is essentially not correcting, but like making sure that the previous block has the correct information.
Well, yeah, and it shows where it came from, so I guess that's what chains them together. So this block has this information, but it also tells you where it came from and the fingerprint for the previous block. So there's no mistaking which block came after which block.
Yeah.
Here we have a chain of 3 blocks. As you can see, each block has a hash and the hash of the previous block. So block number 3 points to block number 2.
Okay, I see. I see that.
Number 1.
Yeah, I just did that. I went like this.
Block is a bit special. It cannot point to previous blocks because, well, it's the first one. We call this block the Genesis block.
The Genesis block
that's
of
intense.
Bitcoin.
The Genesis block.
Now, let's say that you tamper with the second block. This causes the hash of the block to change as well.
And then throws
In
that
turn,
off.
That will make block 3 and all following blocks invalid because they no longer store a valid hash of the previous block.
Okay.
So
That makes sense. So all of the validators, which I believe are the miners, they can go straight to the block that's throwing everything off and figure out what's going on.
a single block will make all following blocks invalid. But using hashes is not enough to prevent tampering. Computers these days are very fast and can calculate hundreds of thousands of hashes per second. You could effectively tamper with a block and recalculate all the hashes of other blocks to make your blockchain valid again. So to mitigate this, blockchains have something that is called proof of work. It's a mechanism that slows down the creation of new blocks.
I think that's kind of where Ether is right now. They're still on the proof of work, which is why gas prices are higher whenever you're sending and receiving. And I think that's part of what Polygon is a layer 2 solution is attempting to do, is speed up the transactions on the blockchain.
And reduce the gas fees.
Yes.
It takes about 10 minutes to calculate the required proof
Oh,
of
wow.
work and add a
And I've actually gone through and like familiarized myself with the sending and receiving of crypto at this point, and there's every transaction has to hit a certain number of validations before it's completed. So I think when I sent from my Coinbase to MetaMask, it was there pretty instantly. I think Coinbase only requires like 3 validators, but when I sent it from MetaMask to maybe back to my Coinbase, because before I got my Ledger, it was when I sent it from Coinbase to Ledger. Ledger required 30 validators, so it took a few extra minutes of sitting there sweating like, oh my god, did I do it right? I don't see it reflecting in my Ledger yet, but it's only because it requires 32 validators to go through and validate the transaction on the blockchain before it completes it.
So who's doing that?
I believe it's like the miners. I hope maybe he'll tell us.
Yeah.
This mechanism makes it very hard to tamper with the blocks, because if you tamper with one block, you'll need to recalculate the proof of work for all the following blocks. So the security of a blockchain comes from its creative use of hashing and the proof of work mechanism. But there is one more way that blockchains secure themselves, and that is by being distributed. Instead of using a central entity to manage the chain, blockchains use a peer-to-peer network,
Yep.
and everyone...
And this is, I believe, what they call in the crypto world mining. Mm-hmm. The miners are the ones that validate transactions on the blockchain and in turn collect a small percentage of whatever they validate.
Okay.
I think that's how that works.
allowed to join. When someone joins this network, he gets a full copy of the blockchain. The node can use it.
And if you have Ethereum, it takes 32 Ethereum to run a node on the blockchain.
A node.
A node, which is, I guess, if you get into staking Ethereum to like earn APY on it and stuff like that, that's when like if you have 32 of them, you can run your own node and validate for other people.
Okay.
And also collect money on it.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
No, it's the core of cryptocurrency, honestly. Yeah. It's peer-to-peer, so there's not more... Hold on.
To verify
I guess
everything is still in order. Now, let's see...
It reduces the likelihood of one bad actor throwing everything off.
Right.
By having thousands of people validating transactions, it's much less likely that one person can do a bunch of damage.
Right.
At least that's the way I understand it.
Happens when someone creates a new block. That block is sent to everyone on the network. Each node then verifies the block to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with. And if everything checks out, each node adds this block to their own blockchain. All the nodes in this network create consensus.
So it took 30 of those for me to move my crypto from Coinbase to my ledger. Huh. And it only took about 5-6 minutes for 30 validations to come through.
Wow.
And for it to appear there, but it's... Yeah.
That means 30 people somewhere else in the world out there in the network
Just looked at my transaction, made sure the addresses and everything were good, I guess, and that it was legit, and they came to a consensus on it and let me move it.
This is fascinating.
Which aren't. Blocks that are tampered with will be rejected by other nodes in the network. So to successfully tamper with a blockchain, you'll need to tamper with all the blocks on the chain, redo the proof of work for each block, and take control of more than 50% of the peer-to-peer network. Only then will your tampered block become accepted by everyone else. So this is almost impossible to do. Blockchains are also...
I don't like how he said almost impossible.
Almost impossible. Never speak in...
Absolutes.
Absolutes.
Like a Sith.
Yeah.
Evolving. One of the most recent developments is the creation of smart contracts.
Enter Polygon.
These contracts are simple programs that are stored on the blockchain and can be used to automatically exchange coins based on...
Polygon right now is the leader in smart contracts on the Ethereum network, I'm pretty
Really?
sure. Yeah. The smart contracts are like, I believe the Atari thing was a smart contract.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff.
conditions. More on smart contracts in a later video. The creation of blockchain technology piqued a lot of people's interest. Soon others realized that this technology could be used for other things, like storing medical records, creating a digital notary, or even collecting taxes. So now you know what a blockchain is, how it works on a basic level, and what problems it solves. Want to learn how you can implement a simple blockchain in JavaScript?
No.
Then check out this video.
Not really.
No, that's above my head.
Not today.
That's above my pay grade.
Wait, you're getting paid?
Yeah, right. So Polygon is an Ethereum token that powers the Polygon network, a scaling solution for Ethereum. Polygon aims to provide faster and cheaper transactions on Ethereum using layer 2 sidechains, which are blockchains that run alongside the Ethereum main chain.
That all makes sense to me now.
Yes.
Right.
Users can deposit Ethereum tokens to a Polygon smart contract, interact with them within Polygon, which would be the Atari things, like the digital casino, and then later withdraw them back into the Ethereum main chain. The Matic token is used to pay transaction fees and participate in proof-of-stake consensus.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, so Matic has a lot of utility. And
it's not like this stupid Shiba, like Dogecoin.
I was going to say, and
they're
that's,
jokes.
that's why
they're
when
just...
people call them meme coins, like the term altcoin isn't necessarily a bad word.
No.
Polygon is an altcoin.
Yes, but it actually has a utility.
It has crazy utility and is already being utilized by every single day. If you follow their Twitter or any of the subreddits for Matic Network, they just have releases every three to five releases a day of new smart contracts being built on the Polygon network. That's why I put my money into Polygon. That's why I'm comfortable if somebody that I know personally has asked me, because like you said, a couple people have reached out to me and I've told them what I've invested in and why I feel comfortable investing in it.
Yeah. But of course,
so again,
we're not financial advisors.
I'm not a financial advisor. I could be throwing my money into a well that is never going to,
You never invest more than you're willing to lose or you can afford to lose.
This is in no way financial advice. It's just, it's something that I believe in. It's where I've put some of my money and where I've seen my money grow so far.
And it's been fun to learn so much more about all of these exciting networks that are being developed.
I genuinely believe in Polygon's mission and its ability to see it through.
And I like that it's that it's decided to partner and do this with Ethereum, because I really think that I believe in Ethereum and like in Vitalik, the creator.
I believe that Ethereum,
right off the bat, I'm seeing him do that good and donating those billions to India.
Everyone keeps talking about the flippening. When Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin, let me do a little googly moogly on that, because I don't actually understand.
Did you get that Frank Zappa reference? Don't eat the yellow snow.
No.
That's a good song. You got to listen to that one sometime. Well, good song is interesting. Interesting song is more like it.
Flippening.
Flippening.
There we go. I spelled it wrong the first time.
The flippening. I love the internet so much.
Yeah, it's its own thing for sure.
It's
the
a thing,
market cap. The term flippening refers to the hypothetical moment of Ethereum overtaking Bitcoin as the biggest cryptocurrency. At 100%, they both have the same market capitalization. Even though market cap is the main metric to determine the flippening, there are a number of other metrics that can be observed below. So what are we looking at here? Is this Ethereum or Bitcoin?
Why is that graphic? Why is that bar? Can you alter that?
This?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like one side should be Bitcoin and the other side should be Ethereum, but it looks like we're missing one of them. Active addresses flippening. Active addresses are the number of unique addresses that send or receive a transaction in a given week.
Oh, these are different metrics. Okay.
Yeah.
So it shows some of them, it already has overtaken it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Ether is green and Bitcoin is yellow.
I'm colorblind, Matt.
So what color does this bar look to you?
That?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I would say it was like orange.
It's a pretty bright yellow with orangish things going through it.
Oh, okay.
And then what color does this look like to you?
That looks green.
Yeah, that's green.
Okay. Yeah, I got it right.
I just wish like up here Bitcoin's usually always yellow or gold. Whenever I see it, I'm gonna find a better.
I don't like this one.
No, I don't like this site.
When you check here, check it on Polygon. It's resting comfortably at 143 right now.
Nice.
It's
doing its little level thing.
It's doing its little level thing where it pops up, then it pops down. It pops up and it pops down, and this is, if it keeps doing this, I think it's going to form another bull flag.
There's going to be, yeah.
See, I'm learning the lingo
You're learning
now.
the lingo.
I'm learning the lingo.
Shout out to Investing with Jax on YouTube. He's the guy that I've been going to every single day to get my daily affirmations about Ethereum and Polygon.
Yes, absolutely. He does great content.
He's got a great personality too. I'll see if I can put a little link. I'll put a thing to his channel up
for his channel. Absolutely.
He's a delight to watch.
I feel happy seeing him happy about it.
Yeah, seriously. I'm sure he has a lot more invested than either of us, but
so nice crypto knowledge with wholesome vibes.
Yeah.
I like that other guy we saw the other day.
Oh, dude.
He was a dick about it.
What was his name?
I forget. It was hilarious though. He was like,
wasn't it like the Crypto King or something?
If you had invested a mere $6,000
Wasn't it 16,000 or something?
It was something. It was something like
8,000. It was 8,000.
Yeah, a mere $8,000 2 months ago.
When
you'd
I
be a
said,
millionaire.
When I said you should.
Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god. I'm feeling attacked right
I think
now.
that was like the crypto king or something like
crypto
that.
king.
He had some kind of like
man.
really.
I mean, obviously the dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know? But I mean,
yeah, he was
like,
he was
why
kind of
didn't
talking
you do
trash
that?
a little bit.
Yeah, he was talking mad
He
smack.
was like
dude.
shaming and
Yeah, so our other boy, very wholesome.
yeah. While Bitcoin is continuously and deservedly continuously continued. Way to go, Forbes. To lead a wider crypto conversion, there is a case to be made that in terms of applications and use cases, that Ether and Ethereum are going to lead the next stage of blockchain implementation. In other words, it is starting to look like there will be, for the first time in financial markets conversation, an open competition to determine which protocols and cryptocurrencies are going to lead the sector forward. Let's break down what some of the fundamental items are: applications and transactions versus transactions. One of the most heated debates over the last several years is the back and forth about whether or not crypto can actually be used for transactions versus simply being held as a speculative investment.
And it's been changing.
It has been. In the United States, at least, it seems the taxation treatment will remain that all crypto are treated as property for the time being. This has far-ranging implications. That's all. Just don't sell it. If you sell your crypto, you have to pay taxes on the gains.
Don't have paper hands.
If you convert your crypto from one asset to another, like if you were to convert Bitcoin to Ether or Ether to Bitcoin, you have to pay taxes on the gains of one value to the other. So there are tax implications of owning crypto, but only when you make certain moves. Buying it, I don't believe, creates a taxable event, so you can accumulate as much as you want and let it sit there. It's only in the act of selling it or doing anything, like if you were to go to that Atari thing and play around with it. I don't know if that would create some type of tax implication. Do your own research on that.
You gotta be careful. Anytime you're getting any substantial amount of wealth, you're gonna have to pay capital gains tax.
Exactly. I was just say I'm coming at this whole thing from the HODL mentality, where I'm just putting money into it and I'm letting it sit until
For the uninitiated, HODL is HODL, which means hold on for dear life.
Yes, which I'm sure at some point came as just an accident of somebody misspelling hold, and the internet turned it into a thing.
HODL.
So that's my mentality. I haven't been worried about the recent dips that everyone else is like paper handing that I see.
If you have expendable income, when it dips, you buy it.
Yeah. I've
it.
bought a few of the dips. Nothing major, but
You gotta be careful though, because on some of the really speculative ones, if you're trying to make a quick buck, you're gonna get burned.
yeah, some of them.
Somebody commented on one of the crypto subreddits that said like, buy the dip. He said like, but my dip dipped. It's like, oh, you double dip. Don't do that.
My holdings are not very diversified, so like I'm only in a couple cryptos that I really firmly believe in. So like I know that just letting it sit there is going to do me all the good in the long run.
You said it's not diversified.
It's not very
You
diversified.
need to go to Wu-Tang Financial.
Yeah, I haven't diversified too much. Although I got $3 of free scale this morning that I'll probably convert into either Ethereum or Matic, because now
Just throw it on the
scale
pile.
3 scale is only like 2 Matic maybe.
I couldn't even
God,
find it on there.
that's so sad. That's so sad. No, scale is like 50 cents, so it's like 1 Matic maybe.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Automatic.
I'm so happy that we were both able to get into Matic when it was down dipping. It wasn't even dipping at the time. It was, I think, at an all-time high at the time. But it
wasn't an all-time high.
But at the comparative price to now, man, whew,
It's
I
triple.
I wasn't sweating at all of like the people that I saw that bought in at like 75 cents. The last couple days, I was not sweating like those people. I was just like still sitting in the green, like.
This is nice.
This is nice. Yeah, this is nice.
This is nice. I have triple the amount of money now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have now seen my Ledger account dip $1,200 at a time,
and it's just
not at a time, like
deal.
in a day, and I have not even blinked an eye at it.
It's all the
like
long
I said,
game.
I invested money that I had initially thought was just play money to begin with. So
instead of getting a PS5, you bought
Securing your financial future.
I could buy several PS5s right now if I wanted to.
No, you can't. They're out of stock still.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
People still they bought them all up and they're like hoarding them. You go to try to find how to buy a PS5.
I was gonna say
people are selling them like, because how much is a normal PS5? Was it like $300, $400, something like that?
They have like
the fancy versions that allow.
I was gonna say I think there was one that was like $599.99 and the other one, yeah, it was
that expensive. I haven't bought a new console in a long time. I always try to stay like one generation behind to keep it cheap and just get all the games.
I bought all my PlayStations new, but I've never bought one new at the time of release. $499 and then $399. Oh, yeah, okay.
$399.
$399.
So what's the difference?
One of them is a digital where you can only download games from the PlayStation
Network. It doesn't actually have a disc drive.
It doesn't have a disc drive. The one that's $100 more. No, I would easily pay the $100.
I like holding the physical game.
Yes,
and
100%.
Opening it up, reading the game stuff, looking at the box art.
Yep, 100%. I'm still very much.
Reason why we like going to the Blockbuster.
And exactly, and not to mention, I also use my PlayStation 4 currently for Blu-rays, DVDs. I would not want to lose the ability.
Entertainment
I was going to
center.
say I would not want to lose the ability to watch my Blu-rays and stuff.
Well, then you're spending 5 big ones.
As soon as they become available, I'm gonna buy one.
Does Best Buy accept Matic?
In the future, hopefully.
Maybe.
In the future, in the future, hopefully these companies will at least accept like Ethereum and Bitcoin.
We should start a store, especially since both of our names are Matt. We should start a Matic store where you can come in and people can buy things with Matic. Yeah.
Dude.
I'm going to start, once we move down to the south side, I'm going to start going down to the street with my guitar and busking. And if people put dollars in, it's like, excuse me, do you have any, I'll accept Matic as payment,
for
please.
Matic.
Busking for Matic.
Just get a printout of your, like in your wallet, even whenever you have your ledger, you can get a QR code.
Are you serious?
Just get a printout of your QR code, and then people could literally scan your QR code and send you crypto. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%. You can do it with your Coinbase.
I'm going to do that.
Like if you go into here and just say send.
Oh.
I'm not sure I understand.
Shut up, Google.
Yeah. Shut up, bitch.
Oh, that was harsh.
Here, let's just say receive.
Receive. Enable receiving.
And then it will... Oh, okay. So you'll have to set it up.
I have to verify my photo ID.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and do all that on your own.
Oh, I think my license is still expired.
Yeah, you'll have to. You'll have to wait.
I'm taking the bus today.
So yeah, but they give you a little QR code for your wallet. So literally, when you send and receive, you can just scan the QR code and it will automatically.
Could I get the QR code feasibly print it out and put it on the back of my guitar case so that people could just scan it and send it to me?
Yeah.
And there's no
I don't
way
see why not.
There's no way that anybody could take that QR code and do something detrimental to me other than just send me money.
I'm pretty sure that QR code is only for receiving money.
It's a one-way portal.
I am almost positive because there are places that I've seen that accept like Litecoin.
I've seen that.
And they just have a QR code.
I have a Litecoin.
Yeah.
I have one Litecoin.
I kind of wish I would have got one back whenever it was whenever you got yours because it was
when I got it was under $200
and now it's
at $330 right now.
And at its height,
but if you look at the last month though, it was up to $413.
Yeah, I was just saying at its height it was
and it has
doubled.
Yeah, so that's another fun one just to have. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna busk for Matic.
I was just saying I don't see why that wouldn't work. If you could, you just put your wallet QR code for people to. Mm-hmm. It's probably less likely that people would tip you in crypto, but you never know.
But I think maybe it'll be such a novel thing that people say, like,
just to have
this
it,
guy's accepting cryptocurrency. Yo, that's crazy.
Maybe you never know.
Maybe
you never know.
If I sound good, maybe it'll attract more people too.
I was just saying, Matic is one of the ones right now. I would if I saw that, I'd probably tip somebody a Matic or something, like one Matic, knowing what it could be worth in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun, and we're right about an hour and a half.
Yeah, we are. So, Thanks for bearing with us while we
Yeah.
took a little bit of a break, guys.
I
but as you
really-
can see, we've been very busy.
I was
Just
just
not
saying,
working on the podcast.
I think crypto's probably going to be popping its head up in our podcast in the future. Might not be spending a whole episode diving into like blockchains or anything, but
we definitely wanted to this time
Yeah.
just to really just dive into it.
because we're both still really excited about it and still excited to learn about it. I should say,
And we'll definitely keep dropping up. We'll keep dropping Matic updates and Polygon with
I was
folks.
just saying,
I think throughout our episodes now
definitely
for sure.
keep a little an eye on the price of the big ones.
We should look into getting a little ticker.
I would love
A
to.
little ticker behind us.
I would love to actually. That'd be really fun.
That would be really fun. I'd love that.
Maybe because we are going to be upgrading the studio sometime in the nearest future and kick off season 2 in the next few episodes. Maybe I don't know. Maybe around episode 20 we'll kick off season 2. But we got some ideas for a new backdrop and
We're gonna jazz it up over the summertime for sure. Yeah.
And we're looking to move. We're looking to get a place together.
We're gonna be moving probably
Hopefully to the south side. So that
on
might
the south side of Pittsburgh
that might
here.
change us.
It's gonna change
our setup.
It's gonna change the setup a little bit, but it's only gonna improve. We're gonna keep working on it, and since we're gonna be sharing the space, we'll be able to work on stuff a whole lot more now.
Yeah, man, a lot
Bug
more
each other
a lot
24
more
hours a
original
day.
content. I have a lot of like stupid ideas that sometimes feel like it's not as important or it's not a good use of time when we're actually together to film that stuff if we have stuff like this to do. So if we were actually like, living together any day of the week, any time of the day that we're together, that we're not doing this, we could ostensibly be doing any of those other things.
So that's the plan.
That is the plan going forward, and
All right. And it's all for you.
and it's all it's all to make the show better, and I feel
Because
better
we're
now
having
that
so much fun doing it.
I almost had like a mental block coming into this episode since it's been a couple weeks, but
Me too, a little bit. Yeah, but we just like we started rolling right off the bat, man.
yeah, I'm glad that we did. So thanks for bearing with us on the cryptos, and if you're investing in them, good luck. I wish you the best, and stay away from those meme coins that don't have utility. Do your research on what you're investing your money in. Don't invest your money into something that you think is going to make you rich overnight.
Yeah.
That's my only advice. Just do your own research, as much of it as you can. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
And if you do, don't have paper hands.
Yeah. If you invest, that's my other biggest thing is if you invest in something, believe in your
You're
investment.
investing in something.
Yeah, believe in your investment and let it do its thing. I know it's hard not to watch the
When you see it go down and just
watch
think
the
doom
pot
and
boil, so
gloom.
to speak. But I don't know. That will be it for episode number 15 of This and That podcast. I'm Matthew Bright.
I'm Matthew Yarbrough.
We'll see you later.
Tusk.